You know, you don't desire love. Huh? Huh? You don't want nothing to do with love. Yeah, I understand. I okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the heart and love. I can see the logic because of so much pain, and so much suffering, and so much things that go wrong, and things that hurt. Um, I can see the logic where you like, well, if I just kind of stay away from love, then I can stay away from getting hurt. Because a broken heart, it don't feel good. And pain and suffering don't feel good. So it's like, well, it's easier to just kind of just stay away from love as much as you can so you don't have to deal with pain. Okay, I see the logic, but mm-mm, that's not that's not true. Love is healing. Love is forgiving. Love will is not something you want to avoid just because we have dealt with pain and suffering and broken hearts. There's so many ways that the heart can be broken. Like, when you get picked on, when you get made fun of, when you get, called names, when you get bullied, when you go through things, when you lose, when you break up a relationship or a marriage, when things end, when you get treated unwell, when you get lied to, when you get cheated on, you know, when you lose someone close to you, when they pass away, like, or someone close to you get locked up, or you yourself have to deal with these things, you get like, there is so many things, right, that we have to deal with and see and go through that it kind of makes you want to be like, okay, that's enough of the love. Because it's like, yeah, it feels good for a minute, but then, everything hurts when things go wrong. Pain. And so, pain, since it's like we want to have hope and we want to believe that, everything's going to be cool and good. But no, we know that eventually pain is going to happen. So, it's better to just stay away from love. No, 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 no. So, the reason why you don't want to do that, you should practice love as much as you can. Keep that going. Don't be the one who just gets all hard inside and cold inside. Because now we have another reason why there's no love in the world. So, like, if you yourself, it's like everybody wants to be on the defense. Nobody wants to feel the pain. I get it. But if you become a part of the problem, then now that's just another reason or another person who's out there cold hearted, hurting people, probably not even realizing. Because one thing that happens when you get so cold hearted and stone hearted is a lot of times you don't even see or feel the damage and the the pain that you're causing other people, the hurting that you're doing, because all you once you get stoned, right, now it's like boop, shut in. You don't see nobody's pain, and even sometimes when you do, you don't care. You probably like it because misery loves company, and it's like, oh, you done been hurt before and whatever. So it's like you either don't realize that you are hurting other people, or that's your mission anyway, to hurt other people. And that's not good, you know? That's not good. There are ways to deal with pain and suffering. Just turn it around and spread it. It's like, okay, it's like, look at it like this. What happens when you get sick, when you get a cold? There are ways to deal with that. You know, sometimes you might take some time to rest, might drink more fluids, you know, eat soup or whatever, take medication, whatever. Like, there's ways to deal with it. You don't just get cold and then be like, oh, I got cold. I don't feel well. I'm sick. Now let me go out there and get other people sick. Like, there are ways to deal with pain. Like, I know it's a reality, but it's the same thing. If someone does that, if someone get physically sick and they go out there and they just get other people sick on purpose, we know that that's wrong. We know that that's wrong, right? It's so easy to just point that out and say that's wrong. Well, when someone gets hurt in the inside and then go out there and hurt us, that's the same thing. It's just a different type of pain. It's a different type of sickness. It's a different type of, but you're spreading it. That pain in the inside, when you become all cold hearted and that's the way you choose to deal with it, you start spreading that pain. The pain that you feel that you don't like, now you are a reason it is being pushed even more. You didn't deal with it the right way. We all have dealt with pain. We all have dealt with broken hearts and moments where we done got picked on, bullied, and all this stuff, right? How do you overcome it? How do you deal with it? By turn around and spreading it? Me, if I get sick, if I get a cold, I'm gonna deal with it. You know, it wouldn't be my mission to go out and spread it. No, I'm going to get better, get well, deal with it. I don't care how many days or hours it takes, deal with it. And then get on with life. You know? And so the same thing if I get my feelings hurt or whatever, if I go through some type of emotional pain or something mental or whatever that I'm going through, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get well. I'm not gonna, oh, well, if I'm not feeling well, let me go. Somebody else cannot feel well. No, 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 I don't do that. I don't do that physically with, when I get, because I'm human just like everybody else, right? So I do feel pain and suffering, you know. I've had my heart broken so many times and this and that and whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and give my whole life story just to make this point, but I have gotten to the point where I realize it's like, okay, do not continue operating in that field, in that world of, okay, the lying or cheating or this and that and blah blah blah, or that's okay, or playing mental games, or attacking someone verbally or anything like that. All this stuff is or gossip and all that stuff. I was like, you know what? No, no, because I'm not miserable. You know, I have a relationship with God. You know, that doesn't mean that my day is perfect. No, but that means that, you know, God is helping me deal when with things when it's not perfect, you know, which it never is perfect. So, but you know, your personal relationship with God will help you deal with that. It will help balance out the things instead of you just taking all that suffering and then just turn around and give it to other people because it happens to you. I go through so much daily, right? It'll be easy for me to just spread the misery. It'll be easy. It'll be easy. But no, the only thing I do in return is here's some love. How about that? You know, here is not everything is gentle. You know what I mean? Truth and other stuff is gonna come with it. You know what I mean? Some moments can get a little intense. I get it. But what we ain't gonna do is, oh, I got hurt. Let me hurt somebody. Nah, just stop that. And I'm telling you, to really do that, I know it seems like I'm joking around, but nah, I'm saying just stop that, because it's like, think about your judgment day. All right, go if you go ahead and get your own revenge, or continue to spread like, oh, I've been hurt, so I'm gonna spread it. You gonna have to deal with that one way or one day. You know what I'm saying? Like you, and if it's judgment day when you're dealing with that, it's not gonna be. No, stop that. Turn away from that. Turn away from that. Trust me, right? For your own good, right? For your own good. Don't we have these phrases that's right in front of our faces. We can even talk about it, even if you don't use the Bible. Where did this phrase "misery loves company" come from? Don't it? Like, so it's like, okay, you get hurt, you want someone else, and 9 times out of 10, it's not even the hurt you done been. You know what I'm saying? The person you done that caused you pain. Now you sitting over here causing someone else pain who had nothing to do with that situation. Why? It's like, what is that? Don't it kind of sound a little bit evil, maybe? What's in your heart? Do you think about it? Do you think about what's really in your heart, and how you live, and how you treat others, and how you even treat yourself? All right? Are you getting it yet at all, or just a little bit? Well, responding with your actions a little bit better. As if you want your judgment day to what? And I'm not saying that you can justify, you know, your way into having own judgment day anyway, because it will take Jesus. Like, whether we get things right or not, it takes our faith in Jesus to get, for that ultimate, right? And I'm talking about even in these moments, these day to day, the way you live your everyday life, like, it needs, like, come on. Because even if you have faith in Jesus and you say, like, you believe, but you over here participating in the whole misery love, and you just another spreader, like, you over here spreading anger and gossip and pain and accusations and all this stuff. Accusations, you love to point out people's flaws. What are you, the accuser in the book of Job? Do you listen to yourself? Like, why do you sound like you're not a believer in the word when the word says we should live a certain way? You know, does none of this stuff sound familiar? Forgive and turn the other cheek and things like this, and don't be quick to anger. Slow to wrath, and lean not on your own understanding, and don't. And I know I'm throwing a lot of verses out there without any, you know, to tell you where to go get it. I'm sorry about that. This is not a Bible study moment. I'm just sharing this information with you. But these things are in the Bible. So I would most definitely just look it up or go read it and see how maybe you should be living. We always want to look at your neighbor and say, well, they're doing something wrong. Okay, you accuser, but didn't even Jesus say, he who is without sin cast the first stone? And I know that there was something actually going on in that moment, and people was really about to stone someone. But think about this, like when he say things in the Bible, and we're supposed to keep living that way and apply things spiritually. So what if the stones is not actually physical stones? What if it's your judgment sometimes, and your gossip sometimes, and the things that you like, you're just sitting there throwing stones at other people, and for what? What is this going to accomplish? Is this the biblical way? Is there another way you're supposed to correct your brothers and sisters when they stumble? Or are you becoming a lot like maybe the Pharisees or I don't know, but it's going on a lot. It seems like there's a lot of people that are you. It's like you already started your judgment day, and you're the one that's doing the judgment. Because you can just point and look at everybody. This is not a personal thing where it's like, oh, somebody been talking about me, so that's why I'm saying stop the go. No, like I hear it, and y'all even talk about other people. Notice how I don't really chime in on those conversations. If I ever did in the past, it's like I have gotten that out of my system, and I've came to a place where I had to repent. Won't happen no more. Nah. I ain't throwing stones at nobody. Not physically or verbally, spiritually, or in any type of way. But it would be weird for me not to say something when it happens a lot. Oh my goodness.